to a press conference that you don't expect. Um, after my consideration, um, during the transfer window, I've decided I will sign with Pramac Racing for Ducati in this Mitsubishi GP19 bike. Um, KTM has been really special to me ever since when I was in Moto 2, Moto 3. When I was a wild card, when I was racing for Red Bull KTM IO in 2018. But ever since then, you know, so far this season, yeah, we had fun, but just we didn't have the same partnership. I decided we don't want to re-sign because I love KTM, but it's time for a new change. It's time for a new move, and feels like this is it. And yeah, um, uh, Pramac Ducati has been kind to offer me for a good contract. That some people can resist, but for me, I just want a new future. And for here today, I have decided that, yeah, it's new team, new crew, new, yeah. I know you guys are shocked, but yeah, Ducati. Even though I said that I don't want to talk about it, Ducati is really one of my idol teams, and yeah, that's about it. Any questions from the press? Uh, yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I think there's. I don't know. Maybe if you want questions, then I think during the. If you want, I'll ask a question immediately before you guys answer a question. Why did I move? If it's about the bike, partially yes. I felt like that the development of the bike just wasn't working. I know that.
A bit of issues from the audio there, but I think we're pretty good today in our upcoming race. So, how is it so far with your move to Pramac?
It feels good. It feels kind of new, of course. Like when I was first racing in MotoGP, and yeah, of course in the factory team. But yeah, I mean, the bosses, the guys, even Jack and Pecco, was talking to me, and they're giving me advice about what the next race will be, which will be in Misano. Uh, it feels kind of, I don't know. It feels, I don't know what the feeling is, but yeah. Next question.
Well, it's going to be the start of the weekend here. What are you looking forward to, considering that you're second in the leaderboard and still points away from Dovizioso? Any chance you could get near him? And how is it if we're going to defend from Mark Marquez, who's also trying to catch you for second?
Well, I don't focus on the guys behind. I focus on my goal, which is, yes, I know that I'm a rookie, but I focus on winning the championship. Like the guy you mentioned, Mark Marquez, did in 2013. I would like to be the second one, but of course that's a long way. My goal is a long shot. I know it's a bold gamble. It's a bold goal, but yeah, we'll try our best, and with this new bike, with this new Ducati, we'll try our best, and get as close as possible to Dovi. I know Dovizioso has a factory bike, but for me, it's not about the bike. It's about the skill. It's about the rider's you know, pace and the rider's knowledge and everything about it. So everything else. So yeah.
I see. Well, let's look forward to it and hope that the fans also will be able to see the great performance that's going to be upcoming in this race. Thank you.
All right then. I think we're gonna end this discussion today. Well, let's go ahead into the Misano Grand Prix and you know, yeah, let's move on. All right then. You guys are shocked that I moved from KTM to Pramac, but you know we have been frustrated for the past couple of races, especially with the performance of how the bike works and how it's really not where it is expected. But here today in Misano, we are in round 13. We are looking for another good result here today, like in Silverstone. So it'll be interesting to see. I'm here with Zaki. Of course, you saw him in the F1 2021 series in the channel, but of course he's here today to be our racing steward. Say, yeah, do you want to say anything? Or you're busy a bit?
Probably just the race that's hyping me up and giving me the chills. Hoping to get like a good result here.
Yeah, okay. I sure hope that
everyone. Everything is ready
I can
for
get the result for them.
MotoGP free practice. It's the last chance to record one of the 10 best times and reach the second qualifying session directly.
So, here we go. It is in a new leathers. You see there walking out with the Red Bull KTM stickers that I haven't changed, which is kind of ironic because we're not in KTM anymore. We've betrayed KTM, but we're here today looking for a good result. So, oh my goodness, the bike is so big. Anyway, through this final corner, we haven't had experience practicing this bike, but we'll see what we can do. First corner. Oh, new feel to the bike. Nice, Vinales is right there. Now through Rio corner. I still memorize this from Moto 2. After that thrilling race, but through these lefts and then rights. Now to the exit. The speed, the straight line speed of the Ducati with, of course, the addition of the so-called ride height devices, as we're gonna flashback that again for the reason that I forgot that we can't break that late in that corner. But I did it again anyway, but we're not gonna flashback that because we do not want multiple flashbacks. But anyway, in this Pramac Ducati, we're looking for a good result with Pramac this mid-season. And we're here with Zaki. And Zaki, what can you say about Pramac Ducati's performance so far this season?
Well, in terms of how the car's performing, I don't
Car?
think it can... I mean, how the motorcycle's performing, my bad. In terms of how the motorcycle's performing, we can't really get a grip into it. But I think with how Ducati will be performing in the race, Drip's gonna be alright, I think.
Thank you so much for that. As a 1 minute 35 lap in the Pramac, in our first lap ever in that bike.
For the moment, it looks like there won't be need for further confirmation. Now he will probably analyze
Yeah,
the
you're gonna
last
have
few
to
laps
look
with
to
his
come
track
to
engineer
grips
and
with your
decide
car
what to
because
do.
it's the grip
Car?
that the car uses. I meant the motorcycle. My bad. I've been watching too much F1 recently, I guess. But let's just say it's the grip the car needs in order to
Car.
improve.
Are you okay? It's alright. Anyway, we need to change. It's bike, by the way, but yeah, I don't want to correct you there. That's kind of funny, but we're gonna go to Q1.
That's alright, I'll get used to it. I don't really watch MotoGP, but I've been a big fan of Rossi in his younger days.
I should probably commentate for this just so you could get a bit of
This practice session is also
getting used
coming
to
a
as
close. With the end
take
of this
third.
session of free practice, we have the names of the 10 riders who will move on to the second qualifying session.
As yeah, MotoGP is a new experience for Zaki. Please bear with him if he says car instead of bike. But yeah,
Welcome
it is what
back
it
to
is
the
when you
start
watch
of the
F1 and
second
you watch Max
qualifying
Verstappen
session.
going
From
around
there, we can
for
already
the
see
entire race,
mechanics working on the
leading.
bikes to get the best performance.
It is qualifying, and my teammate is in 8th place. I sure hope he does well in the race. Bro, these new letters look so sick. Anyway, we're gonna get ourselves a little bit of a
We can see
guided
the
setup
mechanics and engineers
for
surrounding
their
the
exit.
rider. It must be revealing how his ride feels to help his team.
Speed. So, I mean, how's your life so far? Ever since the last time we talked?
I've been to a lot of esports competitions so far, mostly in racing and first-person shooting games. I mean, Call of Duty is kind of like the forte of my esports team ever since its evolution in 2008. And for me, racing, yeah, I really recently won the WRL Formula One Championships.
Wow.
And having another close battle in TSLG, which I guess you guys can also see live in JK's stream by the next time.
Well, it's gonna be in the final race of season 4. It's actually my final race in my career in TSLG as a team boss, 2-time World Constructors Champion, and could be the first ever team boss to ever win 2 Constructors Championships in in 2 different teams, as we've gone wide there with contact from Malaysia Spargo. But of course, with the speed of this Ducati, with the straight line speed and the ride height device that they're using, we're gonna breeze past Alicia Spargo. Oh, that's another error.
I think he's just blocked you there. I don't think that was a good decision for him. He might as well get a penalty for that.
Yeah, we'll see later if he will get the extreme and the only penalty, which is stopping on the track and DNFing. That's actually a glitch in the game, but now we're gonna go across the line. It's a 1:35.4. It's the second fastest. Actually, Alicia Spargo helped me there a little bit, but of course stewards will investigate that, if there will be some action there or not. But it depends on our stewards here today. If they're not the harsh ones, not compared to, I don't know what race it was, but we had so many long lap penalties, I couldn't even count it. But through the exit of the corner, turn 6, we were a little bit shaky there. Now towards Croatia corner. Two turns quicker in the first, 5 now in the second. I wonder if we have pace here with this Pramac bike. Can you commentate this lap for me? For a bit, whilst I'm focusing.
Well, looking good on the straight there after that, a bit of a acute angle there. Oh, going to the right. And that was a bit smooth of a transition, touching a bit of grass there in the apex. Not the smoothest of insides in terms of the racing line, but we are gonna get there. I think it's a bit wide there too. But I guess we're gonna cross the line and we're gonna get a 134.4. Thoughts on that trap? Thoughts on that lap?
A little bit frustrating, of course. The final corner been it. But yeah, we're gonna end the session there.
Let's have a look at the times after
And
the second
in our
last
first race in
qualifying
the
session.
Pramac Ducati,
Our live
we are
broadcast
on pole
ends here for
position by
today.
5/10
Thanks
of a
for
second.
joining us. Tune in again tomorrow for live coverage of the
Pretty
MotoGP
awesome
Class
to
Grand
see
Prix.
a Ducati right on top as it is trying to compete for the championship, drivers' championship too.
Two of the contenders are in the top two. Their teammates, however, floundered. Well, one of them, Jack Miller, but Danilo Petrucci up in fourth. Brilliant for the Ducati. As we're gonna get set here for round 13 of this World Championship in MotoGP. It's the final 6 races of this
Greetings from
MotoGP
the
season.
Marco Simoncelli World Circuit in Misano, where the MotoGP race is
What an
about to
amazing
begin.
pole
The skies
position
over the track are clear
from
of
our
clouds,
driver
and the
here,
latest
and
weather
also
reports
on
forecast
P4, Danilo
temperatures in line with the seasonal
Petrucci.
average.
That's like 3 years after his prime. He's a bit washed, but showing a bit of primary, I should say. Going back into P4. Could he take a podium here? I remember one of his good battles with Marc Marquez in Australia at the time with Pedrosa and the other driver. I forgot his name. But it was an amazing battle. And to see Petrucci back in P4, we might as well be able to see the man himself get a podium. Right with our driver.
Yes, here in the Misano circuit, it is round 13 of MotoGP World Championship. It's the San Marino Grand Prix in MotoGP. Who will be the king of Misano here today? We'll find out between the two Ducatis, two new teammates, Andrea Dovizioso and his new teammate Zerenka, who's on pole position here today in his new team after some contract issues with KTM, after deciding to leave KTM mid-season and going to Pramac Ducati. Can he get his first win here in his new leathers? We'll find out very shortly indeed.
We are moving to the starting grid, while the cameras are showing us the riders concentrating before the start of the race.
Crew chief, what tyres do we take? Zaki, what tyres do we take?
I'm thinking of going on the SS, because the SS here look pretty strong. And then if we fit on an undercut, might as well get into the...
There's no pit stops in MotoGP. It's all...
Oh, okay. Well, I think the SS will be good here. So if you try to take the HS...
Hards. Yeah, hards.
Yeah. The HS. It's just the longer that we stay out, it's pretty cool.
Here we go then. Zaki will run down the grid for us here today.
Here we got pole positions Zed and Kalakya with his new team. Right at number 2 is the championship leader, Dovizioso, with Marc Marquez number 3. Alright, 7, 8, 9, Vinales, Spargaro, and Nakagami. Oh, it's fast. Bagnaia, Mir, Quartararo, Lorenzo, Oliveira, and Johan Zarco.
Yeah.
Then we got the other Spargo, Rabat, Abrahams, Tia Horan, and Ian Nome in last.
Here we go.
All the riders have taken their places on the starting grid. Riders are deep in concentration with just a few seconds to go until this San Marino Grand Prix begins.
Thank you, Zaki. It is round 13 of this MotoGP World Championship. Who will be the king of Misano? It is lights out and away we go. I have to restart because I've jumped the start. Accidentally.
We are moving to the starting grid, while the cameras are showing us the riders concentrating.
Yeah, it was an
before the start
accident.
of the race.
My hand slipped.
All the right.
Anyway, attempt number 2. It's lights out, and away we go. It's a brilliant start from Dovizioso, a bad start from Petrucci behind. But going towards turn 1, it's going to be the 2 Italians leading. Dovizioso, Rossi. It's 1-2. We're at the... Oh, what a dive bomb. But Rossi taking the lead away from Dovizioso. Rins is rolling that up into second place. As Zaki, you can continue commentating here. I actually can't commentate because I need to focus.
On the lead from Rossi. Oh, and the block. Good defense there on Kanya, but better. Offense from Rins, and oh, who touched? Who touched? It was Morgan. He did an idiotic move and put Nakagami in 4th. Something must have gone wrong there. Oh, and oh, look at that. Triple collision from Rossi and Rins. And Kanya with Dovizioso already hunting down. Dovizioso hunting down Kanya already. Oh, and he goes down the inside, but a bit of a switch up there. Petrucci drops down to 7th. Something may be wrong with there. Oh. A bit of a gap from Rossi and Rins there, but...
Hold on, flashbacking, just a second. Give me a second. Yeah, okay. Fix it.
Look at that. A smooth driving lane there for Rossi. Rins is just able to get to him, but he is still so far away. But Kaja right now in 3rd, is that enough for him to close in on Dovizioso?
I'll flashback again, hold on. Bro, what has happened? I can't actually focus because of my sitting formation. Okay, we're good. We're good. Oh, Rins and Rossi. Rins and Rossi. That's gonna invite me in.
Oh, look at that big back wheels. And Rins was about to overtake there, but missed the opportunity. Rossi with some good inside defense. But on the straights. And on the inside, Rins. Oh, that's just so well. But he doesn't get to the third. But Rossi. Wow, at this age. At this point of his career, Rossi doing some amazing defending there from Alex Rins. As you can see, Mir overtakes Rabat for 14th. Oh, a bit wide there, and Kaja was able to catch over Rins and Rossi, but sadly did not get there. But he's going to get there, as she's now going nearer. And it goes farther again. But he gains a bit of pace.
Copy.
200 plus speed here, mile for mile. Looks like Rins actually got a bit of distance there. Rossi's picking up pace. Rins might be losing a bit of time here on Rossi, and it might just bring Ankaja into the battle for 1st and 2nd. We'll see that later. Oh, look at that, smooth dive around the inside Rossi. Ankaja a bit of touch there. That's all good. It's the fastest lap of the race. It's the fast lap of a race.
Fast lap.
Anyway, look at this.
Yeah, flashback there.
It's just about Rins is just about to get on the inside of Rossi, but Rossi instinctively just able to put Rins out of the equation there, but it puts Hankaja a bit closer.
You can see the corners, by the way, on the map, above the map. Above the map on your bottom left side of the screen.
Yeah, but on turn 6 there, and we're going to the straight. Hankaja not in pace with Rins and Rossi just yet, as we go into turn 7. Oh, goes a bit wide there. But Rins does not go a bit wide there. Rossi, they takes P1 though. With Rins and Rossi colliding a bit there. Shades of Mark Marquez advancing on Rossi in Malaysia 2015. Where he almost kicked him. Oh, but look at this. Straights. As we go into turn 12 and turn 13 down around the inside. Rins is not able to get past the very experienced Rossi there. What an amazing start from Rossi. But Hankaja still in the fight. Is he gonna get anywhere near on those H's? As we say here, we don't say hearts. We like to be a bit cool here.
Okay.
As you can see, Petrucci from 5th, he went from 4th, drops down to 7th, and amazingly he recovers to 5th. I think that's going to give the Ducatis a bit of a strong response here, considering the drop down from Marquez earlier. Oh, look at that! Rins was about to attack the inside, but Rossi instinctively takes the outside so he could trap him behind as he takes the inside Rins.
Oh, Dovizioso down in 12.
Oh, something must be wrong there. Quartararo already up to 12. Dovizioso, something is wrong with the championship leader. It might be something that's not in his engine, and that would definitely be some of the gears, like suspensions. Oh, look at that! Abraham has crashed. Something might have gone wrong there, but it's already becoming a chaotic race.
That's a Ducati as well. What's an old spec?
Oh, look at that. Miller not really far behind from Hankaja, but Rins and Rossi is the conversation up front. Oh, and look at this, Hankaja about to take the inside, but it's just too inside the angle.
Oh, why did I left?
Oh, look at that, Rins and Rossi contact, Rins takes the lead. Oh no. What a clash from two of the better drivers of an already washed prime, Rossi and Rins, one of the upcoming stars.
Oh my goodness, bro. I've crashed it on turn 6. I actually suck at this game. Because I use flashbacks and it's only been lap 5. And I've only had like 3. And now I've lost the gap there behind folks. Oh! Okay, I am flashbacking that. Zaki, where's your comment? Oh yeah. Oh! Zaki, you need to look.
Yep. There's a bit of delay there, but Rossi actually takes the lead and Rins still fighting for it. A bit spicy there. Oh, look at that. As you're closing in. Petrucci takes 4th. Good for the Ducati. Bad again. Vinales takes... Oh, and Espargaro has crashed. Alicia Espargaro has crashed. And Petrucci takes that fourth from Vinales, giving it the glory of the Ducati back up on top. And right as we say that, the conversation still goes up front, Rins versus Rossi. Rins actually takes a bit inside, but it's not going to be able to close in. Oh. Oh! Big bang wheels again like in lap 5. Iannoni onto 16, looks like someone crashed. Oh, it's a bit of an overtake battle in the backfield. But Rins and Rossi right now. Ancaja looking a bit frustrated there as he dives. Oh, look at this. Lap 6, and can we speed it up? Can we keep up the pace? Can he? Oh, looks to take the outside, but the outside is not the best move in MotoGP. Oh, but look at this. A big gain from the driver here in Kaja. A bit looks to close in to Rins and Rossi, but I think it's a bit too far still. As they got 8 laps of racing left. But is 8 laps gonna be enough time for Ancaja to catch it to Rins and Rossi? Is this enough? Looks like it, because right now we're going back into turn 1, where they always bang wheels here. Rins and Rossi do back wheels here. Rins gets the lead. Rossi, no response. Looks like there's something wrong there, and something is wrong indeed. As he tries to go for the inside, but closes in is Ancaja. Is there a chance? I don't think it's there yet. But here's another straight line. Will Ancaja be able to take off Rossi off the map to battle for Rins? Oh, look at that. They bang again.
Oh.
And here's an area. Oh.
Yeah, my bad.
That hurt.
That did.
But anyways, going back to the race a bit outside there, a bit of an error. Rossi still manages to take back P1 from Rins after a 3-way's been going on here for a very long time. Oh, look at this.
What? No way did I get that corner cutting. Okay, the corner cutting starts restricting his honor, but anyway. Zaki's laughing about my corner cutting, but anyway, we'll continue. This has really been entertaining with the commentary.
Yes, as we can see, it's another straight line advantage here, but a little bit of a stop there. It's Rins gonna be able to take up on Rossi there, but considering that Ancaja is going to have the straight line advantage again. As you're going to turn 1, or are they gonna bang wheels here again? Oh, and they do again for the 4th lap in the row. Rossi and Rins. That's madness. Rossi back in P2. Oh, and Rossi! He takes it back from Rins. Madness here for the battle. For P1.
That's embarrassing.
Oh. Alright, as Rossi goes around the inside. Nana, Rins to the rejection. Nah. Oh, look at this. Who's behind? It's on fourth, Petrucci, and then Kaja battling it. It's the Ducati. Petrucci showing some of his prime. But is it enough? I don't think so. As it is now going to be a four-way for P1. Oh, interesting.
How come?
It's going
Well,
to be...
I am flashbacking every single time. Bear with me with the flashbacks, I'm using so many.
That's alright. It's part of the learning process in the game. Speaking of learning process, the student has its path through the master, that is Valentino Rossi, the doctor. But is Rossi gonna take it back here as it does? No, he doesn't. But remember, it's turn 6 where he loves to overtake the lead back. He doesn't this time though. Could be the tires that are taking a toll for both of the drivers. But oh, look at this! Instead of turn 6, Rossi overtakes Rins on turn 8. Not a place that Rossi would want to overtake, but he does get it done for the win. It's one of the best drivers back in the top spot. Man has been racing for nearly 19 years. Has been racing way back. And I wasn't even born, and this guy has already been battling legends. Oh, and look at that. A bit of dance.
Closing in.
Oh, it's closing in indeed. Oh, and Rins and Rossi bang wheels. I guess it's like for the end time. It's madness. They've been banging wheels ever since 8 laps ago. Oh, and look at this. That's the outside, not the inside. But it's a straight line speed. That's the advantage for Ancaja. But each time he touches an apex, it's going to get more frustrating. And he touches the curve, it gets more frustrating for him, as it's going to just slow him down a bit more. But we still have 4 laps of racing though. This is the process that Ancaja needs to win the race. And speaking of winning, Rossi right now in T1 is the doctor trying to take the win here. As we go into turn, I forgot what turn this is. This is turn 11. And oh, look at this. The straight line speed taking advantage of it. It's Ancaja taking advantage as he overtakes Rins. But Rins is going to rinse his mouth because he just made an error there. He cannot wash off the bacteria off the left side. That is Ancaja. And as we go for straight line speed, is it going to be a Rossi masterclass? Or is it another one of Ancaja's great W antics that's going to get him closer to Dojo?
I haven't won since Spain, Catalonia.
It's going to be one win for a while. That's for the great rookie, that's Ancaja. Rossi is going to be very pleased with his performance right now. It's been a long while for Rossi as well, since he's been last in the podium spot. And speaking of which, Ancaja just overtakes Rossi for P2. sadly for Rossi, that's not going to be one of another's favorite wins. Or is it because he has just overtaken Ankaja in the inside, the GOATs, the 7-time MotoGP champion. But Ankaja said, it's my time now, as he gets into P1. This is P1 until the lap 14, because right now, we're going to meet ends on lap 12. Good outside, better inside for Rins. Good outside defense from Ankaja, better inside. Offense from Rins to take P2 from Rossi. And look at that. He's looking back as he has never looked back before, as he has never looked better as well. Ankaja in P1. Oh, and look at that. Dovizioso makes a move on Petrucci. And Iannone makes a move on Espargaro at last. And Iannone makes a move on some guys. And some guys make a move on Lorenzo. And I guess Nakagami is just Japanese, so he gets P11. Anyway, let's take that into the winners. Speaking of winners here, Ankaja is gonna win another race, or is he not? As he goes wide, but this gives Rins advantage to take back. Oh, and he goes into the gravel, I should say. That was a very unfortunate move for Ankaja, as he is now in, I guess, P3, back in P3, with 2 laps to go.
Three laps. We're gonna, as we cross the stripe, we're gonna cross the stripe with 2 remaining.
Oh man, as Ankaja just bottled his win there with a gravel touch. More painful than Lego. As we let go, look at this. He gains a bit of straight line speed here going into turn 1 and 2. Look at this. It's another one of the bang wheels. No, they're not gonna bang wheels here, but instead, it's going to be Rossi getting overtaken by Rins. Same story over and over again. It's Rins versus Rossi versus Ankaja for P1, but Ankaja staying in P3 as of now. And we're going to have a few more laps before we can decide who truly is the king of this track. So you can go into turn 7. This is where Rossi took his mad move last time, and he takes it back again on Rins. And he gets P1. And Rins goes from right. Yes, and he keeps it right. And so does Rins. Good angling there. It's going to be an obtuse strike here for both drivers, but look at that, it's a straight line speed. Again, it's going to be the story for Ankaja. It's going to give him an advantage, but is it a little bit too late after that gravel error that he has made last time? It's going to be Rossi and Rins for the final lap. Or is it going to be Rossi and Rins? Are we going to see something here? Going back into the straights. Ankaja will not have the pace, but these two will. Rossi, Rins. Oh, and they bang wheels again for another time on this track. And I guess for the final time they will bang wheels on turn 2.
Come on!
And I guess we're going to go left as we are going to head into turn 6, and he flew away. And I've seen drivers fly away like that in MotoGP. Ankaja just trying to keep the balance his motorcycle. It's not going to look good, but it's going to look great for Rossi as he takes over. He takes over. That feels good, but that would feel better for Rins as he takes over Rossi. It's going to be the final lap. Straight line speed will take advantage of the Ducati here. Is he going to make a late move? This is going to be a late move. It looks like it's going to be as he goes around the inside. Good defense from Rossi. Better outside for Ancaja. And it's going to be the win. No, it's not going to be the win. Not just yet. Final turn. Final turn. Oh my goodness. Jesus overtakes Rossi. And will he make it to Rins? Is he going to Rins?
Let's take a look at
Is he going to rinse everyone? Yes. I think he is going to rinse everyone indeed. But what an extraordinary move from Ancaja to take P2. And that's P3 because of the penalty. And it's going to put Valentino Rossi back in P2. Sadly, that's how it's going to play out for the Ducati. Good result for the Suzuki driver, Alex Rins. P2 for Rossi, gonna put another one of his storied podiums with a good battle here. Ancaja and Petrucci playing the team game in turning for Jack Miller, Carl Crutchlow, and Marc Marquez make up 5, 6, and 7. That's not going to be the result Marc Marquez is going to have because it's going to put him down into P4. With Dovizioso, the championship leader, scoring P8 after a big crash in the first lap. John Mir in P9, Lorenzo P10. Nakagami being Japanese that he is because he is a great driver in P11.
Right.
Zarco P12, Rabat P13, and I guess the rest of the drivers making some bad errors there at the start of the race. Vinales, Quattararo, sadly, it's not going to be the result, but we will see the standing. Oh, look at that, Morbidelli. Not going to be the result that he wants as well. Alright, now let's see the Riders' Championship with Ancaja in P2, slowly closing in on Dovizioso with now just 45 points. Dovizioso, even with an error, manages to get back into P1. Well, as we said here, Marc Marquez now a bit farther from Ancaja. Rossi with that P2 puts him in P5. Is it Prime Rossi again, or is it Rookie Year Rossi again? It's because we can see Rossi in P5. I'm just a big Rossi super fan when I've seen him race before. Well, I guess that's going to be it for me for now, as I am going to be eating somewhere, and we're going to be leaving JT, or let's say Ancaja, with the races.
Thank you. Well, I'm silent. We had the speed, but just didn't quite get into the race. We didn't get the pace. That's all. We didn't find that magic that we need. The Ducati was really quick. It's just that really we just couldn't find the magic, and in the end we had to sell for third. Even though we overtook Rossi, we had to sell for third because we had a penalty. So unfortunately for that. But anyway, you saw the driver's stand. You saw the team's championship, and now the constructors' championship. We're pulling away in the standings, but here's the podium celebrations in Misano.
Making the podium is always a positive result, but it's also true that this rider could have gone further today. It's definitely a result which bodes well for future races.
Definitely could have been a win, but in the end, it's still a podium, and we still gain points on Andrea Dovizioso.
These days, the podium is extremely
So,
valuable. MotoGP has never had so many competitive riders at the same time. Today they were at their best and they deserve to celebrate. The level of the championship is only getting better, Consistent results seem to be the secret to a good season.
And Alex Rins raises up the trophy, getting Valentino Rossi in that last lap for the victory. Rossi will have to settle for second. We had to finish for third because of the 6/10 penalty. Well, that was stunning. Hey, I would like to thank Zaki for being the commentator for today's race. I will also like to mention that this choice for me to go to Primac isn't because of the bike. This was really the best option, and you know, we could have stayed for KTM, but you know. It's good as Jack Miller gives us good spirits there as we are starting to close in on Andrea Dovizioso's lead in the Riders' Championship. Dovizioso quite struggling here so far, but that's going to be it. I'll see you guys tomorrow.